Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we're doing another pick a card. Today we're doing a love reading. I was getting a lot of requests asking for relationship readings and love readings again, and I was like, I'm sure I only did one like a week ago. I'll leave it a little, a little bit. It's not been too long. And then I double checked because I was getting quite a few requests. And I realized I haven't actually done a love reading in about 5 months. So I think it's time to do another one. So I was actually in an errand whether to do the love reading or to do like what's people's first impression or like something along the lines of that. And then I decided to blend them together because I feel like I've done a lot of like your next relationship readings and just talked about that. So I thought I'd like switch it up, blend what I was going to do. And we're going to be taking a look at how your next partner is going to view you when you meet. And I actually like this idea as well because it can show you where your essence and energy is going to be at when you do meet this person so that you can align with the frequency. If you're wanting someone to come in, and if you're not wanting to come someone in, maybe don't align with it. I don't know, it's up to you. But before we get into the video, two things I want to say. One, my cats Veda and Jasper are playing behind me. They're chasing each other around the sofa, so if you hear noises in the background, that is them playing. Second of all, I've been emulsioning and painting a room. So I've wiped and sprayed off as much of the paint as I can. So if you see little white specks, I'm not melting. It is literally just paint that I haven't realized is on me. So there's that. So let's get into the reading. So we have 4 piles for you guys to choose from. Pile number 1 is the Dove. This one by here. Pile number 2 is this card by here. I don't know how to explain that one, but it's this one. Pile number 3 is this one with the fire on a head. And pile number 4 is this one by here. So see which card you are drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the description box as per usual. And I will see you guys at your timestamp. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at what your future partner's first impressions are going to be of you and how your future partner is going to view you. So you guys chose the Dove card. I'm going to be taking a look at this last. So I'm going to pop this up here and we are going to get straight in. I'm going to start with these cards and then we're going to move into the oracles. So let's get in. So pile number 1, please, right guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 1s. Tap me into the collective of pile number 1s and their future partners. How are their future partners going to view them? Oh, one of your cards has just run away. I probably won't use that card. I don't even know where it's gone. Okay. Well, that got off to a really good start. Okay, let's get in. Pile 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1's future partners, first impressions of them. Pile number 1's future partners, first. Pile number 1's future partners, first impressions. Oh, okay. We have focus. Pile number 1's future partners, first impressions. Pile number 1's future partners, first impressions. We have Earth. A lot of blue here. A lot of blue, actually. I feel like you may have, before meeting this person, I feel like you're going to be aware that they're close. Whether it's because, I don't know, I don't even feel like we can credit a psychic reading or anything like that. I think that it's down to your own intuition. I just think that you're either going to be connecting with them in the astrals in the sense that you may dream of them. They may visit you in a dream or something like that. Or you just, I feel like you guys are deeply intuitive, to be honest with you. You may not be aware that like a person's coming in, but you may be aware that something's around the corner. There's almost this itchy feeling of like, things are a little quiet. A little too quiet. Like that's how it feels before this person comes in. I feel like you're aware when big events happen in your life or big shifts happen. It's like you're mentally preparing because you intuitively can see it, even if you don't quite know what it is yet. So that's something that I want to say straight away with all of this blue. Pile number, I also feel when, I know we're talking about you a second, but this is something that's just coming through. When you do meet this person, I feel like you're gonna know that they're significant to you, because I just feel like you're energetically gonna pick it up. I just feel like intuitively you're gonna recognize them in some sort of way. And I feel like you haven't just done that with this future person. I feel like you've done that in the past. Like, even if a connection didn't last for a long time, but it was significant to your own soul's growth, I feel like you intuitively knew that you knew that soul. Does that make sense? That's something that's coming through. Because I feel like you're deeply, deeply intuitive. You may be my psychic pile. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Their future partner. How is pile number 1's future partner going to view them? Oh, we have the shield, protection, and we have success. One more card, please, for guides. Hello, Jasper. Hi, baby boy. Jasper's coming for a nose. He's actually trying to play with my shoes. Pile number 1. Pile number 1's future partner. How are they going to view pile 1? How is pile number 1's future partner going to view pile number 1? We have release as well. Okay. What do we have at the back of the deck? We have fire. Okay. Okay. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. How is pile number 1's future partner going to view my pile number 1's? How is pile number 1's future partner going to view my pile number 1's? Okay. I feel like your future partner is going to see you as somebody that's very divine feminine is an essence that I'm picking up to start off. I feel like this person's going to view you very much in a feminine essence, and you don't have to be a female to have a feminine essence. Like I always say, we have masculine and feminine energies within us, and one is always going to be a little bit more dominant than the other, whether you're male, female, non-binary. And I just feel like this person's going to see you in a very divine feminine way, and I don't mean that in a sense of, because I feel like the essence of divine feminine has been distorted in ways, like we think of it as being soft, but like a flower is soft, but have you seen how deep those roots go and how stuck in the ground they can be? They're actually really strong. So I feel like it's been distorted in a sense. So let me just like explain. There is an essence of like high maintenance coming through here. I feel like you're going to be very focused on yourself when this person comes in, because I almost feel like there is this feeling of them feeling a little bit shut out to you. Not that you're doing it on purpose, but I just feel like you're either going to be very focused on yourself, or you're going to be just very naturally protective of yourself at that point. But what I want to say is, you know, I was saying you're deeply intuitive. This person's deeply intuitive, and I feel like they're going to see, because do you know what your person feels like? They feel a little bit like a people watcher. They feel like they can read people and energy. They may even be psychic themselves, like they feel that way, and they're going to be looking at you in the sense of, I feel like you're going to come across necessarily in a little bit of a fiery way, a very high maintenance way, a very you better, shape up like the Grease song before you step towards me sort of way. And you may even be a little bit defensive, I'm being told, when you meet this person. However, there's an energy of them seeing through. And I see them seeing the softness within you, or seeing through to an essence that's a lot softer. And I feel like they're going to want to get close to that side of you. And somehow they're making me feel like they're going to see that softness, even though you don't present it to them straight away. So I'm seeing you to them being quite defensive, but then it's like they may witness you maybe with animals, they may witness you on your social media, they may witness you talk about something very passionately, or they may witness you with someone that you've let your guard down to, and they're like, oh, that person's actually really soft and really sweet. I want to experience that, or I want to be a part of that, or I want to make them feel comfortable enough to show me that. But there's this feeling of I'm not even being told it's a front. They're not even looking at it like it's a front. It's like, oh, this is this person's shield. there may be an energy when they first meet you of this person doesn't like me, or this person just is quite standoffish. But the more they're around you and the more that people watching, they're gonna realize like actually they're not like that at all. That's actually a protective shield, and they're going to be aware of it. So this person actually seems very intelligent, very emotionally intelligent, and some people don't understand when you have like a soft heart and you have, you know, the gushy insides, like the soft insides. People don't understand that there has to be like a shield around it. So people think that that shield that they see is all that there is, and they can judge this person. And I want to say there's no judgment coming from this person at all. They literally see it and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to make this person feel comfortable until they show me that. So there is an essence of that coming in. I'm hearing the Halo song, Beyonce. Remember those walls I built, well, baby, they're tumbling down. I am hearing that. So I feel like this connection is going to be a little bit of a slow burner, but it's going to be like, I don't even feel like this person's trying to chip away. There's almost this essence of like, I'm just going to lay a foundation here with this person, and the minute that they decide that they want to like open up, then I'll, you know, like I'll leave. It's almost like I'm going to bare my soul a little bit to them. I'll initiate it, and then we'll see if they want to do that themselves. And then I'll do it again, and then go deeper, and then we'll see if they... Like, there's a feeling of them playing chess, but not in, like, a competition way. It's just like, okay, I'm not going to lie. They're almost treating it a little bit like... The only way it's reminding me of is, like, my cat Jasper that I was just talking about. And it's funny that he showed up when... I was doing this reading. Jasper's a feral cat, right? Obviously cats are feral. When they've been out in the wild, they might have been like, you know, targeted or something before, so they're very protective of themselves. They learn to nurture, you know, come to you and cuddle you, but you can't just go pick, like, if I want to go pick up Jasper right now, he wouldn't let me, right? He has to come to me, and, you know, you build that trust. So there's this essence of, you may have walls up, but they see through the walls. But they're not going to, like, push and, like I said, I can't just pick up Jasper and cuddle him, he'll run away or get scared. Like, this person isn't going to just, like, barge into your life and push. Even though they're wanting to spend time with you and wanting to open up to you, I feel like they're slowly going to unravel themselves in a way that you feel comfortable. They may even allow the connection between you and them to begin as friends. Because they may even look at it like, okay, if I come on hot and heavy... they're going to completely retract themselves. I'm literally just going to like open up to them as a friend and see how it goes from there. And I feel like as that happens, you are naturally then going to open yourself up until it naturally blends into a connection, into a romance. So that's something that I'm being told. The person that is your next partner is deeply intuitive, very aware, very self-aware. And they seem pretty deep, to be honest with you. I'm actually being told they have a lot of earth, and I'm being told they have a lot of earth and water, but there's something about them either having an air Mercury or an air moon. There's something about them mentally being very stimulating and very deep. So you may have an air moon or an air Mercury, and then that could like... I feel like that's where there's a connection coming, because I feel like the first connection you're going to make is like a mental connection, like talking, going deep in regards to that and talking. I feel like that's something that is going to progress first, and then it'll go into, you know, I feel like I'm being shown mental, spiritual, and then emotional after that. That's where I'm being told. So it's definitely going to be a slow unravel. But I feel like this person's going to hold a light for you. Like, I'm being shown the fire energy here. Like, this person's going to hold like a candle for you in that sense. And I wanted to just tap into your energy a minute just to see how you're going to be. Yeah, I just feel like you're going to be very focused on self when this person comes in, which is why they're looking at you like, oh, they're not interested in me. And I just feel like I don't even think relationship is anything you're going to be thinking of when this person comes in. Not in the sense of keep relationships away from me. It's just in the sense of it's not in my to-do list for now. And I just feel like you're going to be very focused on self you're going to be feeling very empowered and very confident, but I feel like there's this energy of I don't want anyone to break that. I don't want any cracks in the foundation. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to dissolve. And I feel like this person's going to see that, and it's like, you do you, I'll just cheerlead you, and then naturally we can allow this to like slow burn. So I feel like that your person, I don't think you're going to be aware that this person actually likes you fully. I feel like you're just going to commence into a friendship with them first. Yeah, that's something that I'm gonna, that's something that I'm being told. Why do we have the Earth here quickly though? I don't feel like this person's going to be from the same town as you or from the same even country as you. You're going to either meet them in the sense like they've travelled to where you live, or you've travelled to where they live, or they're just going to have a different background to you. So like if you're in America, they may have like an Italian background, or if you're in like, I'm just naming things now, if you're from Australia, they could have like Iranian background. Like I'm just naming things. There's something about India as well coming through, but I'm just being shown that like there's going to be different, you may be from different backgrounds. That's what I'm being told. That's something that's coming through. Yeah, I feel when I look at that key, I'm just being shown like key to your heart. Like that's what I'm being told. I feel like this person's really gonna take the time to get to know you and learn about you, and I feel like because it's different to what you've had in the past, and I'm being told this is very different to what you've had in the past, you're not going to look at it like a relationship. Like you're not going to realize that that's what's happening. There's going to be a very deep bond established in a very friendshipy way before this person comes in pile number one. It's going to be a slow burner. I want to get more information, so I'm going to lay these cards next, and then we'll channel some more. Pile number one. Okay, we have the abundant universe will provide, Buffalo Spirit. Pile number one, please, Spirit Guides. How is pile number one's future partner going to view them? How is pile number one's future partner going to view them? We have Know Your Worth, the Skunk Spirit. They're definitely referencing you as high maintenance as well, though. Like, that's something that is coming through. I do feel like they're going to be they really like your personality. There's something about them watching you speak, so I don't know whether you're going to meet them in like a group of people. They're not telling me how you're going to meet, by the way. I don't know whether you're going to meet them in like a group of people or in work, but they're almost like, there's something about your mannerisms that's coming through. They're going to be watching your mannerisms. They're going to be watching the way you speak. They're going to be watching the way you light up, and they're really going to enjoy that. And I just feel like because you're a very deep person as well, I feel like there's a lot of unraveling that's going to happen with you. And I almost feel like their perception and opinion of you is going to change a lot because of the different sides that they see. So they could like first of all connect with you in like a group space, and you could be someone that's very like closed off, but then they could see you in like a smaller group space, and then you're more flamboyant and open, so then they'll walk away with a different perception again. But then they could spend time with you on your own, and then they could see like a really, really deep side. So because there's so many layers to you, you're really intriguing this person, and I feel like I want to read you. Like I'm very intrigued about you because there's so many layers. This person's wanting to like wade through them all. That's something that I'm being told. They may on first glance, remember I said like they may feel like you're standoffish on first glance. I'm just being told this, they may see you as superficial, and again they keep saying high maintenance, like superficial. Like they may write you off as being not very deep when they first meet you, and then the more they inquire about you, the more they're realizing how deep you are. Like there's an initial reaction of like the first time they meet you where they're like, this person doesn't have depth to them, but it's because they haven't seen your depth. Because again, there's like, I'm not saying it's a front, I don't feel like it's a front, it's just that you're very multi-dimensional, and this person's very open-minded enough to know that there's more layers to you, but that's just the first energy that they first of all pick up. So you could be someone that's very connected to spirit, but you don't show that the first time that you meet, so they wouldn't know it. And you could be someone that likes finer things, right? So you like finer things, but you're also very connected to spirit. So you could be showing those finer things the first time that you meet, or that could just be something that they see about you the first time you meet. It could be something you talk about, and then they'll have that in their mind, but then the next minute it's like you're talking about something really deep, or they hear about like a story where you've gone through a lot or something like that, and they're like, whoa, okay. And then they're like seeing all of these compartments, and it's like, oh my god, there's layers to this shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's layers here. So yeah, there's a lot of like intrigue, I'm being told. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides, the future partner. Spider spirit, make your dreams real. I'll do 2 more cards. Pile number 1, please, spirit guides. Pile number 1. Pile number 1's future partner. What's their view of pile number 1 going to be? We have, dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. There's going to be a lot of aha moments with this person. Like, something may not make sense, and then they'll have a conversation with you, and it's like you tie 2 things together. I hope that's making sense. So, like, how do I make that make sense, spirit? I keep being shown someone like, okay, you were this way, then I was connecting with you and you were that way, like very in depth. How did you get from this to that? Or how do you balance both of these energies out? And then the deeper they go, they're like, oh, that's how that interconnects. So, right, okay, that's how that interconnects. Like, there's really a depth to it. There's a whole meaning to it. They're looking at you like an iceberg, like seeing the top, and there's like a lot below. Like, that's what I'm being shown. 1 more card, please, spirit guide, so I can just continue channeling. Pile number 1's future partner. How are they going to view pile 1? We have the brown bear spirit, take time out. Okay. Do you have a lot of contradictions in your chart? Like your sun and moon may be opposing or something like that? There's like an essence of like there being 2 sides to you. We have the Lyran. Lyran. We have the lion spirit at the back of the deck. Be generous of spirit. Okay. The abundant universe will provide. Okay. Yeah, this person's very emotionally intelligent. This isn't someone that's looking for something short term. I feel like this person's looking for something long term. I don't know why I'm picking up a lot of Taurus as well, because I feel like they're willing to put in their effort and root themselves into a connection with you and grow a connection with you. And there is this very mature essence as well of, I would like a connection with this person. I would like a connection with this person. I'd love to have it develop, but I'm not going to fester over the outcome. I'm just going to allow it to go with the flow. And if this person decides they don't want to be with me, then that's fine. I'll just kind of like move on, but I'd like to give this a go. Like, there's no toxicity or anything like that coming. They feel very much like the Empress, in the sense like, again, the abundant universe will provide. Like, I'm just going to let this flow. I'm just going to allow this to unravel and flow, because they feel aware of energy. It's like they're aware of like friction. Like, if I push, this person's only going to run. And I don't want to build a foundation off of a run and chasing situation. Like, this person's highly emotionally intelligent is something that I'm going to say. With Know Your Worth, the skunk spirit, and especially with the lion spirit at the back of the deck, there's almost this feeling of this person... Why is something in my throat then? There's almost a feeling of this person aware... Like, how do I explain this? They're watching you shine. They're happy to be a cheerleader to you. There's just this essence of... I don't know whether they would have known you from like childhood or known you when you were going through stuff, because there's this essence of you've been through some things, or you've just come out of like a transformation, or you maybe haven't had a lot going up and now you have a lot of money, but there's this essence of like, you do you, like I'm gonna like watch you shine, or I'm gonna cheer you on while you shine. I don't know what that's about. So I don't know whether your career would be taken off, or maybe you'll get a promotion or something like that. You may have like social media might blow up, or like a business might blow up or something like that. There's this essence of sitting back and just allowing you to shine, and like there's a beautiful energy of wanting what's best for you at the same time. But there's this essence of like, the more deeper they're getting to know you, the more they're aware of your growth. So they're starting to see from a higher perspective, oh, wow, that's why this person's like that. That's why this person's very shielded. It's not that they're shielded, they're protective of self. They're focusing on self. They're not selfish. They were just focusing on themselves. Maybe after a time would be generous of spirit, or maybe given to other people. So they start to piece things together and are like, oh my God, okay, puzzle, like putting the puzzle pieces together. They're almost looking at you a bit like a Rubik's Cube, to be honest with you. So that's something that I'm being told. I feel like they're watching you elevate yourself at the same time. So they may be around in your life while you're making like a really big shift, or you're adventuring somewhere, or you're rediscovering like a part of yourself. Like I feel like they're watching you grow into a part of yourself. Like that's something that I'm being told. They're watching you do that. So that's something that's coming through. Make your dreams real. Why do we have make your dreams real? Yeah, again, have you ever watched a spider create a web? That's how they almost feeling like they're watching you build something, or watching you build up yourself. There's like an essence of that. Or the more they're getting to know you, they're seeing the intricate parts of the web and how it's all weaved, and it's like, oh my God, I get it. Like when I was first looking at this person, I was literally seeing a smidgen of it, and the more I'm developing it, the more I'm seeing the whole web. I'm seeing how they've crossed this web, like this line to this line and this line to this line. Like I'm getting it. I'm seeing the full picture. So they just keep going down Alice in Wonderland, learning about you, to be honest with you. And their perception while doing that changes as they piece pieces together. And I feel like you may even be doing that with them without even realizing it. And I think that's how you do fall in love with each other, to be honest with you. Because it's like, before you know it, your webs have blended together. Like you've started to cross over each other's webs, and you're kind of like weaved into each other's life at that point, before you've even realized that something deeper was commencing. Like that's how it's going to happen, I'm being told. But I feel like they're going to be very gentle with you, and I feel like every time they feel like you're comfortable enough, they'll make like a certain bold move. So they may not be flirty straight away. They might even just be flirty straight away, but then they might actually start getting brave and like actually really telling you little parts of how they feel. Or they may be like, hey, let's go for food, let's do this, let's do that. Like they'll start getting brave every time they feel like they've reached another, like they pieced a tiny part of the puzzle together, like they've got those corner pieces in and they've started to build upon it. They're starting to see a bit of a picture. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get brave now, they've opened up this much, let's like ask them to go for food or something, let's go on a date. And then it's like, oh, I'm starting to think, do you know what I mean? Like that's how it happens. It's like building blocks. It's like, what's that game? Jenga? I don't know. I think it's called Jenga. I don't know. Snakes and ladders, Rubik's Cube. That's it. That's how it feels. Like it's all piecing together, but it's not like calculated. It's like intuitive. The both of you. It's like intuitively happening in that way. And I feel as well they're going to be very nurturing with you. I feel like you haven't had a lot of like nurturing people in regards to partnerships or friendships in your life, and I feel like this person's going to be very nurturing for you. But again, there's something about it easing in a way where it's not too much for you, because I feel like if it all came in like a tsunami, it might be a bit much for you. You might be like, whoa, and run. So I'm being told it like just naturally flows in a very, you know, when you watch the tide come in on like a summer day with no wind, and it just nice and slowly comes in. It feels like that. That's how it's going to come in. And then why do we have take time out by here? Why do we have that with the 9 card, Mars energy? Why do we have that? I feel like as well, there's such a focus with you, self, business, work, self. I feel like you may even meet them at a time where you're like, right, wake up at this time, gotta do this, run my errands, like, and focusing on self, like I can't let anything slip. And I feel like this person's going to allow you to like relax into them, or allow you to be more carefree and lenient with your energy, instead of having, I feel like you may have some Virgo placements. I'm being shown you like everything's going to be in its place. If I want it done correctly, I'll do it myself. Like, there's that essence coming through, and I feel like this person's going to come through like a bit of a helping hand, pile 1. That's some things that I'm being shown. So let's take a look at your card. So we have, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay. What is that about, Spirit? Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I feel like you've had a hard time in love. Some of you guys may have like Saturn in the 7th house, or something like that. Or yeah, that's how it feels. You don't have to, but that's just like an energy coming through. I just feel like you've maybe had to kiss a fruit frog, so you've had a few false starts. But I do feel for you guys, pile number 1, and I'm gonna say I saw a meme the other day, and it was like 2 jigsaw puzzles sitting on a couch, and they were very simple jigsaw puzzles. Like, one of them had the indent, the other one had the piece that slots in. 2 simple jigsaw puzzles, and they turn to the jigsaw puzzle in the doorway and they say, why haven't you got a relationship yet? But the jigsaw puzzle in the doorway didn't just have like a little slat for like a jigsaw to fit in. It had like a whole labyrinth for someone to fit in. And the meaning of that was, that person in the doorway that they were saying, why aren't you in a relationship yet? That person was so in depth. That person had so much to them. That person had met themselves on such a deep level that to bring in someone that didn't have that depth, it wouldn't have worked. And I feel like I'm being told that you've been waiting for someone that could reach your depth, but I feel like it's taken its time because you've been learning about you, because you weren't even aware of all of your depth. You know what I mean? You weren't aware of it, and you've had to take time to become aware of who you are, your shadow, your higher self, your strengths, your weaknesses, who you are, your happiness, the person that you are, and really look in the mirror and love all of that before bringing someone in. Because you weren't just meant to have some simple little like jigsaw puzzle there when you've met yourself so deeply. And I think that your higher self and part of your mission in life was to meet yourself that deeply. I feel like you have such depth to you, and I feel like you were supposed to meet someone that was able to slot in like that, that had met themselves on a deep level like that too. Because when we've met ourselves, especially in regards to our heart space and our heart chakra on that deep level, we need someone that's going to be able to fill up our heart space. Because if we've got this big ass goblet of love, you know, and it's empty waiting to be like filled up, it's like someone's little tiny teardrop isn't going to like fill that, especially when you've got this massive goblet filling up their tiny little, you know, cup. It's just not, it's imbalanced. It's not going to work. So I feel like it's been a little while. You may have been single for a while before you meet this person, or you may have just gone on like a bit of an inner journey, but it was all part of the process that led you to each other, I'm being told. And that's why it says through turmoil a blessing will soon be revealed, because I feel like when you meet yourself deeply, it's not just your higher self, it's your darkness too, it's your shadow too. And that's what I think is being represented in this reading. So pile 1, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed the reading. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pile 2, welcome to your reading. So we are taking a look at how your future partner is going to view you, what their impression is going to be like when they meet you, how they're going to view you basically. So you guys chose this card up here. We're actually going to be taking a look at that last, so I've placed it up there for you guys. We're going to get straight in. I'm going to start with these cards, and then we're going to move on to the animal spirit cards. I think that's the name. So pile number 2, please, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 2s. Tap me into the collective of my pile number 2s, please. I don't know why I'm being shown orange straight away. It could just be a color that you're wearing. You could be eating orange or something like that. But I was just shown that color straight away. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. Pile number 2. What is pile number 2's future partner's first impression of them going to be? What is... Oh, we have receptivity. Pile number 2, please, spirit guides. What is pile number 2's future partners? Okay, we have action. Pile number 2's future partners. Pile number 2's future partners. How are they going to view my pile 2's How's pile? Your cards are like running away from me, like literally jumping up, running away. We have the chakras. 2 more cards, please, Spirit Guides. How is pile number 2's future partner going to view my pile 2's when they meet? How is pile number 2's future partners? This very much feels like it's going to be some sort of like chance meeting or something like that. Or it's going to be very serendipitous when you meet. There's something like that for you guys. Like, I'm being shown like Hansel and Gretel when they put the breadcrumbs down. Like, I know that's not the same, but it's just like your spirit guides putting breadcrumbs down to like have you have that chance meeting, or have you like meet in some sort of way, because I feel like you'll meet in a circumstance that neither of you would think that you would meet a partner. Like, neither of you would think this. And I'm also being told that like how do I explain this? You're going to be somewhere, or you're going to be doing something out of your comfort zone, or you're going to be doing something that you wouldn't normally do, and they're going to be passing by something where they wouldn't normally be. Like, it's not something where like it could be like you just start a job together or something like that, but it doesn't feel that way. Like, it just feel, they're giving me a big question mark to like, you know, they're saying like spoilers, like don't spoil it, but that's what they're letting me know. Like, it's just something on a whim, something so serendipitous that I feel like once you have met them and you have commenced in a relationship, you're going to be like, oh, that's what people are on about. Like, and they're telling me like it's so simple, but you just wouldn't get it. You know, when you set your password for something, I don't know whether I should be really saying this, but you know when you set your password for something and you name it something so silly that no one would ever get it because it's so silly. It's like that. You may not do that, but that's what I'm being told. Like, that's how you're going to meet. Like, you just wouldn't guess it. Even if you tried to guess it, you wouldn't guess it. One more card. Pile number 2. Oh, manifestation. Okay. And the back of the deck for you guys, we have health. Okay. Right, pile number 2. What is pile number 2's future partner's first impression going to be of pile number 2? First of all, they're really going to like your personality. I feel like you're going to meet this person when you're feeling very confident in yourself. That's something that's coming through. I feel like you're going to meet them on a day, or it's going to be something about this particular time period. It could be the summer, and that's whether it's northern, southern hemisphere. Like, it feels very summery. I feel like the sun's out, and it doesn't even have to be that way. It just means that you would be feeling that way about your life. There's something where you're either going to reach an achievement, or you're just going to be feeling very empowered in this particular phase of your life. When you meet this person, you're going to be feeling very confident, but there's also something about like your walk being different. So either you would have like really come into yourself after a time of losing yourself, or you would just be feeling really good. You may have, you know, been getting your body right, or you may have bought like a new outfit and feeling good. There's something that's really gonna like make you feel like $1 million. There's something about that, because it's an energy you're radiating that's actually drawing this person in, and it's something they're actually going to notice about you, how confident you're presenting yourself. And you may think, I'm actually not very confident in crowded spaces. I'm not very confident in places that I'm not familiar with, but I see you step into that point where you are. And it may even be something that you're just trying out or learning to do, because there's something about you doing something on a whim. But I see you not necessarily being the loudest person in the room, but I see you someone that's standing out. You may wear something that's very daring. You may change your hair color so that it stands out. It may be like a particular tattoo that stands out on you, or just a color that you're wearing. I was seeing orange at the beginning, so it may be like a bright color like that. But I feel like you're really going to stand out. This person's going to see you, and it's not just the color that you're wearing or anything like that. It's your aura. Feels very magnetizing, and that's what this person's going to notice about you, as well as your personality being very infectious. So I feel like they're either going to overhear a conversation that you're in, or they're going to start a conversation with you, because very quickly they're making me feel like they adore, I'm hearing the word adore, they adore your personality and your humor. That's something that I'm being shown straight away. There's something about your eyes too. So if you wear makeup, it could be something to do with your eye makeup, or they could just be very drawn to your eyes. You may have very big eyes. You may have very scorpionic eyes, very Cancer, like doughy eyes. Like, that's something that I'm being shown as well. they're definitely drawn to you physically from the get-go, is something that I'm being told. But they are drawn to your humor, your charisma, your personality. You feel like a very sunny person. I feel like they're going to view you as somebody that's quite fiery. And that's something that they're going to be really drawn to. I'm hearing the word spicy. That's something that I'm being told. Now, with the receptivity card, the reason that we have that with action is this person's really going to, do you know what I'm being told? Like, this person's really going to admire you. I'm hearing the Lady Gaga song Paparazzi when she sings, I'm your biggest fan, I'll follow you until you love me. Not in a creepy way. It's just that this person, there's something about this person liking to hear you speak or anticipating what you're going to say. I feel like you're quite quick-witted, quite funny like that. And I do feel like you and this person are going to, I'm being shown like a lightning bolt, like you and this person, we have a lightning bolt here. You and this person are going to bring out the best in each other in that way, because I feel like you're going to feel like yourself very quickly. And there's something about like this person liking things that you come out with. Maybe you come out with really funny things, really silly things. Maybe you have just like a dry humor and you don't take life very seriously. But there's something about them enjoying that and liking that and wanting to listen to what you've got to say, or listen. You could be like a motivational speaker or something like that. You may do stuff like that online, or that could be your job. That could be how you meet. I don't know. But there's something about them feeling very empowered by you and the things that you say. Maybe it's the way that you look at life. You may be connected to spirit and you see life very expansive. They're going to be very drawn to that, and just seeing the way that you look at life like that. You seem colourful, and this person really enjoys that. So they're going to, there's like a mental stimulation of them wanting to talk to you a lot, and have jokes with you. Do you know what it feels like? It just feels like two peas in a pod, like BFFs quite quickly. But there's something about you being magnetized, and like they're very drawn to you physically. I'm hearing that they like the way you dress. Who was the boy band that sang the lyrics, Air Hostess, I like the way you dress? That was like Busted or McFly or something like that. One of those UK boy groups. I know it wasn't One Direction. It was like a 2000s boy group. But they sing like, I like the way you dress, and that's what I'm hearing. Like, they like your outfits or the way that you style yourself. There's just something very aesthetically pleasing, very Venusian about you. You may be aware of it, you may not be. I feel like you will be at this era of your life. You very much own who you are, and that's something that's coming through. I'm hearing the Stormzy song, Own It. And he sings, own it, girl, you just own it, because your body's on fire. Show me how to control it, I think that's the word. But yeah, that's something that's coming through. Like, they're really gonna just enjoy you like that. I'm being shown as well, you know, Starbursts, the sweets, and they're like fruity and they're like zesty. There's something about that coming through. You're definitely going to leave an impression. I feel like this person's going to think of you quite often after the first initial meeting. That's something that's coming through. I do feel like your person wears their heart on their sleeve. I don't know why I'm being shown a Libra moon. That's just something that's coming through. They don't have to have a Libra moon, but I'm being told that they do. You know, like you have the single people and then you have the relationship people. This person does feel like a relationship type of person. Or at least they have like a lot of love in that sense. That's something that I'm being told. Why do we have the 7 chakras here? This balanced energy. What's that about? I feel like you and this person very much so are going to have your ish together by the time that you meet. Not saying that you don't now or they don't now. It's just that, and when I say ish together, it's more so in the sense of like feeling confident in who you are, knowing exactly what you want. Eye on the prize, I know what I want. So when this person comes in and they treat you a certain way, it's like, well, I know what I want. So if this person wasn't treating me the right way, or if I saw red flags, I'd have no problem walking away. Whereas maybe in the past, you may have struggled with boundaries, or you may have struggled with putting your worth out there, or like standing in your worth, or putting your needs on the table. Like, your needs are going to be on the table, and you're going to feel very confident as well to let this person know what your needs are, what you like, what you don't like. There's this feeling of like, I've known you before very quickly, and obviously it's not going to be like brother and sister, but like there's a comfortability here where if you don't like something, you'd speak up for it very quickly. Like, you feel comfortable enough to be like, I don't like that, don't do that, or this isn't what I like, or I actually like this, or, you know, this is what I require in a relationship. Like, you're going to be very vocal about that. And it may even shock you, I'm being told. It may shock you how vocal you feel comfortable being. But I see you settling into the energy very, very well. But I feel like you're both going to be pretty balanced and aligned in a lot of ways when you do meet each other. That's something that I'm being told. Then we have the hard card. What is the message at the back of here? I don't know why I'm being told health. I thought that, oh no, that's forgiveness. I thought that card meant health. Okay, why have we got health? I feel like as well, you are someone that's, how to explain this? You are someone that is in this era of your life that they come in feeling very confident and feeling very good. But sometimes you guys, pal, to have a tendency to get up in your head a lot and think a lot and be stuck in your head and maybe get paranoid sometimes. And I'm being told that you meeting this person even on a whim is almost like a catalyst or an explanation, not an explanation, like a bridge into how you're going to look at life and how you're going to learn to look at life with this person, or how this person's going to teach you to look at life. Because like I said, you seem like someone that's quite in your head a lot, and I feel like this person is going to bring you out of your head and bring that energy in regards to just like, I'm hearing that Miley Cyrus song, Do It, where she's like, do it, like, just do things, like, just to get out there and do things. Like, I feel like this person's going to really, you're going to get out of your comfort zone or do something that right now you're thinking, oh, I wouldn't do that. You're going to do something like that when you meet this person, but then this person's going to like elevate that to a whole other level. Like, you're going to, and I feel like you may go on a date somewhere where you'd never think you'd go on a date, or you may even go on holiday, you may like travel or something like that. Like, this person's going to ignite that within you to do those things. That's something that I'm being told, to be more physically out there, or even just physically doing things on your own. Or I feel like they're even going to help elevate maybe parts of your career or a part of your life like that, by, it could be things that you may put off, and I feel like they're going to help you align with it and bring it into fruition. That's something that I'm being told. They feel like a cheerleader in that way. They really do feel like, I feel like you two are going to be like best friends straight away, and I feel like it's going to be very easy very quickly for this person. This person's going to open up to you very quickly, I'm being told. It may, will it be friends first? To be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be friends first. I think there's going to be a lot of flirting. There's going to be a lot of attraction like that. It will progress in a natural way, but I don't think it's going to be like, Pal 1 was very like slow burner. This doesn't feel like slow burner. This feels like it's, again, it's like a lightning bolt. It's like you're just gonna let it unravel nice and quickly, but there's no pushing away or anything like that. It's just gonna naturally happen very well. I do see you spending quite some time together, to be honest with you, and I see you doing a lot of physical activities. That's something that's coming through. Yeah, I see you guys doing a lot of physical activities. This person feels very physical. They may go to the gym a lot. You may meet them in the gym. Something like that. I don't know. You may even go and do a physical activity, and that's how you meet. I'm pondering over how you're going to meet, because I feel like you're pondering how you're going to meet, and Spirit's like, you can ponder all you want. You honestly wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it, even if you tried. Like, that's Spirit's message. Like, you honestly wouldn't, there's no point even trying to bridge that gap. You're not going to get it at all. That's the message from Spirit there. You may like watch videos where you're like, how am I going to meet, you know, my next partner or something like that. And it just is always like, nope, it's a secret. Sorry guys, the camera cut out then, which is quite funny because I was talking about how you would never guess how you would meet and how it's meant to be fated like that, and the camera just cuts out, which I just think is quite funny. Spirit's like, nope, you're not gonna know. They'll never know. You know that meme on TikTok? And it's like, they're gonna know. They'll never know. That's what I'm literally hearing. Pile number 2, please, Spirit guides. Pile number 2, please, Spirit guides. How is pile number 2's person, future partner, going to view pile number 2? I do feel like this person has it feels like a very romantic card. I feel like this person's like a hopeless romantic. I do feel like that. This person feels that way. They're very connected to their emotional body and their emotions. They do feel quite empathic as well. We have the snake spirit, time to heal. Pile, you've both been hurt before, and I do feel like you're both going to, I feel like when you meet, you both would have done enough healing on your own that would have been necessary on your own in regards to healing any wounds from the past, that when you meet, it's like it's healing in itself. Like, you don't even realize it, because I feel like a lot of your healing has been alchemizing maybe on your own, or you've gone through a lot of painful transmutations. But like with the snake spirit, time to heal, what I'm actually being told is when this person comes in, a layer that needed releasing is going to fall off, and you're not even going to realize that it's fallen off until like years later, and you're like, oh my god, remember when I felt this way? I don't even feel that way anymore, because we have forgiveness there as well. And that's something that's coming through. I feel like you opening up to love with this person is going to make you see either a connection from the past in a different way, and then you feeling grateful for it, or you're going to just have, you may even look at like a connection with like parents differently. There's something about that coming through when you do open up to this person. Like there's a layer dropping, or like a fear maybe that you had towards love that you didn't even realize was like embedded. It's going to drop, and you don't even realize that it drops, which was always part of it, you know what I mean? Because the same way we can heal ourselves, we also can have like a healing effect on other people. And even though it's us that does that initial transmutation and healing, we can trigger that for better or for worse in people. And I feel like this connection is going to trigger it for better in you. Maybe this person as well, I do feel. Pile number 2. How is pile number 2's person going to view pile 2 when they meet? What is pile number 2's future partner's impression? We have trust in divine detours, coyote spirit. I don't know why I'm like taking time to make it like so even. Pile number 2. Oh, do you see how that jumped out? What do we have? We have the armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. 2 more cards. How is pile number 2's person gonna view pile number 2? How is pile number 2's future partner gonna view pile number 2? How is pile number 2's future partner? We have time for a deep dive, the swan spirit. I'll move these over again so we can get the final card in, because I want to do the same number of cards for all of you. I always know when Jasper's been up on this table, because I just see like little black strands of hair, which is him. And as I say that, he's just disappeared. Pile number 2. Pile number 2's future partner, how are they going to view pile 2? It ran on the floor, 2 seconds. We have Scarab Beetle spirit, magic works through you. And then this feels like a proper romance as well. This does feel like a proper romance. There's a lot of feels that I'm picking up here, to be honest with you. I don't think you would have experienced, because this person's very emotionally in-depth, and I don't feel like you would have experienced like emotional in-depth like this before. They feel like they do have some water placements in their chart, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They do feel that way. We have the parrot spirit at the back of the deck. Watch your words at the back of the deck. So let's go deeper, spirit guides. Pile number 2. How is pile number 2's future partner going to view my pile 2's time to heal? We talked about that. Trust in divine detours. Trust in divine detours. How are they going to view? Okay. This is more so in regards to how, in regards to that like meeting energy and how you meet. I feel like, again, there's this energy of you, there's this feeling of like you not wanting to go somewhere one day, or not being interested in going somewhere one day, or maybe like feeling like, you know what, I really can't be bothered to get dressed, or I was feeling it when I planned it, but now I'm not really feeling for it. I don't know whether I want to actually go to this event or go do this thing. And this person may even be feeling that way too. But I feel like both of you overwriting that and listening to your intuition and going, I feel like that's what has you meet in that sense. And I am being told as well, like with Trust in Divine Detours, I feel like you may have had to step away from someone that wasn't honoring you. And they may have had to step away from someone that wasn't honoring them. I feel like they may have been like cheated on in the past. I don't know why I'm being shown like Ross from Friends. He was cheated on, wasn't he? Yeah, he was cheated on in the first relationship he had. So there's like an essence of that, like there was detours in your life that may have felt like, why is this happening to me? Why did this person cheat on me? Why didn't this person treat me right? But it was like all detouring you to each other, if that makes sense. And even in the instance of you meeting, like you may be like, oh, I don't know if I really want to go, why did I plan this? But then you meet and it's like, oh, I get it. And it's just very serendipitous. Like, of course it was going to go that way. Of course it was going to happen that way. Like, looking back at it, I feel like that's how you're going to be looking at it. Why do we have, I feel like when you meet this person, you're going to be straight up like, this is what I require for a relationship. This is what I require in regards to being with me. I won't settle for less. There is almost this feeling as well, like, I don't know whether you're used to it, but you may feel like you have them whipped a little bit, just because I feel like there's almost a shock even when you're doing it, like really asserting yourself, like this is how I would like to be treated, because this is how I treat myself, and this is how I like things to be. So this is what I require. And this person's like hearing you loud and clear with this, you know, receptivity energy. Like, I'm hearing you loud and clear. Like, that's how I'll, you know, that's how I'll go about it. Like, I feel like you're laying down the law, I'm not gonna lie, coming into this relationship. And I feel like that's how this person's feeling anyway. Like, oh, this person's like really laying down the law. Okay, well, I better like shape up, sort of thing. Like, I better put in effort. I better come correct with this person. Like, that's how they're viewing you. There's this fiery energy, like, oh, okay, well, I better, you know, it does feel that way coming in. And I almost feel like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. I've never said that in regards to a relationship before. I've never said that, you know, stepping into a connection before. I've never done that. Like, there's a feeling of that coming through. I feel like this relationship is going to progressively get deeper and deeper. Do you know, like a snowball, and then you roll it? I don't know if you ever played Animal Crossing, but I used to have Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City, and if you wanted to build a snowball, you'd find like a tiny little snowball like this big, and then you'd like roll it, and then it would get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you could build a snowman. And I don't know why that came through. Maybe you play Animal Crossing, but there's this essence of like, it's sad, and it's like, oh, this person, I feel a soulful connection here. I'm enjoying spending time with this person. This person feels like a best friend, and then it like evolves and evolves and evolves into like a partnership. I feel like you do go deep. There's a strong emotional connection here, like an emotional connection. I feel like you're tied emotionally. I feel like you'll connect really deeply emotionally. Very much so. I feel like you'll really tell each other some deep stuff. If they've been through things, I feel like they'll tell you. And I feel like you may have comparisons as well, like maybe mirroring comparisons. Like you may have two brothers, they may have two sisters. You may have grown up with an absent mother, they may have grown up with an absent father, and so on and so on. So there could be like mirrored energies there that's coming through that you would have had to heal before meeting. But they follow that intuition into opening up emotionally with you. Magic works through you. Why do we have that card here? And we have the number 7 here, which is Neptunian energy here. Are you guys connected to spirit? Are you guys connected to spirit, or quite like good manifestors? Are you like tarot readers? There's an essence of them viewing you like that, and you feeling very expansive to them. Like you can enrich that part of their life coming through. That's what's coming through. I'm hearing like Aladdin, like a whole new world, like Jasmine and Aladdin from 2 different parts of life, but like the heart's kind of the same. So there's an essence of that coming through, but that's how they're looking at you. So you may be connected to spirit there. 100%. Why do we have the parrot? Spirit, watch your words. Watch your words. Okay, I'm being told, and this is just something that I'm just saying to being told to like bear in mind. They're saying with you guys specifically, this is more so for you guys, that you are very protective of self and you very much know your worth. But I'm being told that, how do I explain this? Help me explain this so I don't butcher it. If there may be, like maybe an argument, every relationship has arguments, right? So say, like an argument arises, sometimes you may turn into a bit of a feral cat and want to like hide, run, or you may say something out of just like impulse, but it's out of like self-protection, like F you, or I'm done, or something like that. You may do that sometimes, and you may know this about yourself, but it's out of self-protection, like I don't want to get hurt, so I'm just gonna like lash out, or I don't want to get hurt, so I'm gonna crawl away and want to be on my own. There's a reference that this person, just like you, is very sensitive emotionally, like, and you're going to be connected from an emotional body. So with the watch your words, it's like, be careful, maybe if you're getting triggered or if there is an argument, be careful what you say. Be careful of what you say, because this person will take things to heart, in the sense that, not like this person's like a crybaby, but in the sense of, in regards to this connection, they're going to take this connection very seriously. So if you were to be like, oh, I'm done with this, like, they might take that like, oh, this person's done with me. So there is an essence here to like watch your words in that sense, and not to push them away, and to remember to talk things through. You may have grown up in a house that may have been volatile, or there may have been arguments, so it's like your natural reaction, but I'm being told that like the wiring of this relationship is going to be different, and that's something you may even learn. So that's something that I'm being told as well, to watch your words. So let's take a look at your final card. So we have time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. Okay, what's that card about, Spirit? You are trying too hard. Give it time. I'm hearing that you guys have been trying to manifest in a relationship for a hot minute. You may even at this point be like, I've completely given up. You know what I mean? I've completely given up. And you may even be like triggered as well when you're listening to love readings, like, oh my god, I don't think I want this, oh my god, I don't think I'm ready for this. And I'm actually being told with that card, it's fine, that healing isn't linear and everything's going to unravel when it's supposed to. So if you're still not feeling ready, that's okay. If you're still feeling like you're feeling a little bit triggered by like love readings or the thought of opening up to somebody like that, that's okay. Like, honor your emotions and allow them to flow through, because that's what's initially going to take you where you need to go when you're ready for it. The universe isn't going to send you someone that you're going to be in a partnership with for a long time if you're not internally ready. You know what I mean? And for a connection like this that I see is going to be a partnership, it's not going to be sent when you're going to push them away and be triggered and all of that. You know what I mean? So it's like, allow these emotions to just come through and honor them. And even if you do, stepping into the connection, get triggers here and there, that's very normal. Like, that's very, very normal for someone that's actively healing. We're never fully healed. You know what I mean? We're always unraveling. We're always healing. That healing journey is never ending. And honor your emotions. Don't bully your emotions and take your time, is a message that's coming through from that card. So yeah, part 2, that is what I have for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading. So today we are taking a look at how your future partner is going to view you when you meet. Before I get into the video, the minute I opened up to you guys, I was tasting mint. So I don't know if like, it didn't even taste like brushing your teeth mint, although it could be that you're just brushing your teeth, but it felt like the actual plant mint, like mint tea. So I don't know whether someone's drinking that, but I feel like it could be coming through that, like, there's something about cleansing the gut, cleansing the body, and there's just something about mint, like the mint plant, and like making teas out of it or something like that, or drinking mint tea where you can like buy it and things like that. There's something coming through. So if someone's been thinking, okay, how can I help, you know, an issue that I've got right now, or like digestion, or cleansing my gut, or cleansing my body, like what would help, there's just a specific reference to mint coming through. So I just want to pass that on to whoever needs it. If that doesn't resonate, that's cool. That was just something that came through for whoever needs it. So let's get in. So pile number 3, please, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 3s. How is their future partner going to view them? I'm going to pop this card up here. I don't know why I didn't do that in the beginning. Because we're going to be taking a look at that card last. So let's get in. Pile number 3, please. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides, tap me into the collective of my pile number 3s. Tap me. Oh, okay. So we have Venus energy. Straight up. Actually, the card's called feminine energy. I don't know why I call it Venus energy. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. How is pile number 3's future partner going to view my pile 3s? How is pile number 3's future partner going to view my pile 3s? We have manifestation. Here she comes. I'm hearing the Ariana Grande song, Moonlight. And she sings, the sun is setting and you're right here by my side. The movie is playing, but we won't be watching tonight. I'm not going to go into it. I'll just say all the lyrics, but that's the beginning. We have masculine energy. We have Mars. Pile number... This particular connection, I feel, is going to be very divinely guided. I feel like this connection, pile 3, is going to be quite divinely guided. Like, I'm being shown a lot of, like, mirrored energy, but I'm almost being shown something from, like, a bird's eye view. Like, I know this isn't, like, how they're viewing you. It's just something that I'm being shown in regards to this connection. Like, you know, I always say the saying, walk by faith, not by sight. Like, that's coming through really strong in regards to this connection. And I'm being shown, like, bird's eye view, 2 people walking down, like, a street, but it's, like... they can't see each other, but like every time they're walking down this path, it's like leading them to each other. So there's a really strong essence in regards to that. Like, I do feel with this particular connection, pile number 3, the person that's going to be your next relationship, I do feel like it's going to be very significant. And I feel like there's a certain set of experiences that you and this person would have both had to learn. Maybe they're mirrored. The reason I'm saying that is I'm just like looking at like the light and like the reflection here, and then we have the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Like, there's an essence of it being mirrored, in the sense that, like, how do I explain this? So, like, some of you guys may be dealing with, like, one side of, like, a breakup or, like, being cheated on, and then the other person could be learning the lesson of, like, the other side of it. Maybe they've cheated on someone and then realized, like, the lesson of it and gone through big shift in their energy and like changing as a person. That's just like an analogy I'm thinking of, but it could be like literally anything. It could be like somebody's gone through like a very life-changing event emotionally, like somebody's passed away and it's changed their life, whereas the other person could have gone through like a ego death, a kundalini awakening, something like that in the spiritual. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of synchronicities in regards to this connection before I even get in. But this is going to be like a very... I feel like you've probably watched like love readings and wanted to know like, okay, when will this person come in? But there is like no specific date as to when this person is coming in. This is a very much divine energy, and it's when you both decide to align with each other. I feel like you're both very connected in the higher realms. Like this feels like a spiritual connection. I feel like you're my spiritual pile. I feel like you're both very connected in the spirit realm, like higher self wise, but it's a matter of like, when do we feel like it would be okay for us to meet up? Because there's a lot of... The thing is, when we're connected to spirit and we're really dedicating our path to that, like, and when I say that, I mean like really being of service for spirit, there's a lot that we have to work through, and in a sense there is an essence of sacrifice. Like a lot of things that people that aren't walking that path are doing, you may not be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, with myself, like I'm very much an introvert. A lot of my energy is given towards this side of myself. Like I don't have like a ton of people around me because it's not something I can even keep up with because I'm always introverted, you know what I mean? Or even like foods, like I have to be so careful with foods and alcohol in regards to like my vessel, keeping it clean. So that's what I'm talking about in regards to sacrifice. Like when you're on that path, there's elements of sacrifice that come through and things that you have to heal, and I feel like you know that very well. I feel like you guys, pile 3, you've had to heal a lot, you've had to transmute a lot, you've had to cleanse a lot, you've had to work through karma. You know, there's a lot of things that you've dealt with, and I feel like your person has too. So it's a sense of like, when are we gonna meet? When we've filtered out certain energies, or when we're fully aligned, like what would be the best moment for us to meet? Because if you were to have met maybe 10 years earlier, it could have even turned toxic. Does that make sense? Because it was like you were dealing with a lot of karma. You could have triggered each other and like ran away. So there's an essence here of when would it be not plain sailing, because no relationship is plain sailing, every relationship needs work, but when would it be smoother for us to meet up, where we'd be the highest versions of ourselves to actually create a bond like this? Because this isn't just like, I don't feel this connection is something like, oh, we're going to be together for like, you know, a couple of years and move on, like some relationships are. Like, it doesn't feel like that. This one, there's something very significant that I'm picking up straight away that I just wanted to get out. Like, and I think you're aware of it. Like, literally, look at them. This is like the only card as well that had like two people on it with their heads together, so it's showing like this psychic connection. We have fire here, so the person that registers as a divine feminine in this connection may have like be in a sense an alchemist with a fire energy here, and has had to alchemize. It's just something that's coming through, like there's a strong energy here in regards to like a spiritual connection. I feel like I feel like the first person you answer to is like the universe, your spirit guides, your higher self, the most high. Like, that's who you answer to before anything else. Like, that's your first and foremost before anything else, or at least you're stepping towards that. If that doesn't resonate with you, this might not be your pile, but there's an essence of that. Or if you guys are religious, it could be like, you know, religion, but it feels more connection to spirit in regards like your career, your purpose. I feel like that's like a big focus for you, which is very much the norm for people that are like high priest, high priestesses. Like, there is an element of sacrifice that comes in where you focus on you, and that's just something that's coming in. Pile number, you're also someone as well that doesn't need a lot of people around you. You're very good at like being on your own and focusing on your own, and I do feel like this, maybe if you don't feel like you are, I feel like this person's going to come in when you're very like content with being on your own, and surrendered to that. Pile number, I want to say your own, I mean out of a relationship, not like not having like people around you. Pile number, there's going to be an instant connection when you meet, especially that's how your future partner is going to feel like when they meet you. It's like an essence of like, do I know you? Like, I feel like this energetic essence of like, even physically, like you don't even have to speak. I just hear it in the eyes. So there may be something about your eyes, but there's this essence of like, I know this person. Like, there's just, I almost feel like two people almost like smirking at each other. Like, I swear, like, I don't know. There's just this feeling of like, I know you. It could even be the higher self energy coming through, like, oh, like this is my person. I don't know, but there is a feeling like this person's going to be very connected to you quite quickly, like that. I feel like you may trigger an awakening in your person, like a spiritual awakening, or if you are the one that's not as connected to spirit, I feel like they may trigger one in you. I feel like you both are. It's more so like I feel like you'll go through some sort of an ascension together, it feels. I just heard ayahuasca, if anyone was looking to do that. It could be like you meet someone at a retreat like that, or only do that if you're called to it though. Don't force that. Like, that's just something I want to say. Don't force that. It's just something that I heard. Pile number 3's future partner. How are they going to view pile number 3? We have hitting your target. One more card and then I'll channel for you guys. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. What is pile number 3's future partner going to think of my pile 3's? Oh my god, what do we have? We have calling your ancestors and loved ones. Move that over. Okay. And what do we have at the back of the deck? We have air. Okay. We have air at the back of the deck. So let me put this by here. Yeah, there is something definitely divinely connected here. That's something that I want to say straight away. How are they going to view, spirit guides? How is pile number 3's future partner going to view my pile 3's when they meet? I just heard finally someone that speaks my language. So I do feel like in regards to it, in regards to like a spiritual essence or an emotional essence, and by emotional I mean like emotional depth, or just like a maturity, or like the way that you mentally look at life, I feel like your person is going to share the same outlook. So the first thing that they're going to feel, it almost does feel like a sense of relief, because I feel like when you do meet, I feel like there's going to be a lot of talking and a lot of similarities. So I feel like I just shared the conversations will be endless. So there's a lot that you'll be talking about, and I don't just mean a lot that you'll be talking about in regards to connection to spirit, because it doesn't even feel like that. It feels like the way that you look at the world, the frustrations that you have with the world, anger that you have with the world, shadow things that you've gone through, like emotional depth, what you're looking for in people, like maybe a connection to the physical body and health. Like there's going to be a lot of things that you guys are going to really be connected with. And I'm being I don't know what this means, but I'm being told you share the same layers. So I feel like that could be like on a soul level. This feels like a strong divine counterpart. So I feel like you may have gone through a lot of like lifetimes with each other and learned lessons with each other, or just like you're very tightly knit in regards to your soul family, where you've both been learning the same kind of lessons. So because of that, it's literally just going to feel like somebody else in another body. Like sometimes when I say stuff like that, people will think I'm romanticizing, but I've met people who I feel like they're me in another body. I've had a friend that I've like literally had since I was born. She is me in another body, swear to God, to the point that like both of our mothers were Aries, they were born on the same day, we lived exactly opposite each other, like every little synchronicity, every time we've been in a relationship, we met people at the same time. Like we are the same person in two different bodies, and that's what I mean. It feels like that, but a relationship, not a friendship like I have. Like it feels like two, I wouldn't say two peas in a pod, because you want to know what I will say about you guys is you both like your space, and I feel like you'll give each other space and not get like wound up at each other and stuff like that. You really give each other space. However, I just feel like there's just such an essence of like remembrance on a soul level, and there's just so much to talk about. And with your person, when they meet you, their first impression of you is like a relief, like you just feel like them in another body, like that's how it feels. And it feels like the reason, you know, like when people say learning to be intimate without having to take your clothes off, like I feel like this person's gonna feel like that with you. Like I feel like very quickly they'll feel like they can be intimate, but just intimate in regards to like touching each other's like soul like that, touching each other's minds like that, like going places in each other's minds that you haven't really opened up to before, even like fears and things like that. I feel like you will open up like that in a way, and I feel like that's something that is like golden to your person in regards to you. It's like irreplaceable. Is that the word? Irreplaceable. Like they're gonna feel like you're irreplaceable. Like I found someone that gets me, you know what I mean? And I want to build with this person. So that's something that I'm being told as well. Another thing that this person is really gonna love about you is your heart. I feel like you're someone that's very soft-hearted, and you're someone, how do I explain this? Not in the sense of like, oh, this person's sweet, like they're just, you know, when people talk about people and they're like, oh, they're sweet, they're kind, they're soft, so they look at it in the sense of like weak. It's not like that. They're looking at you like you've got a really strong heart, but there's an essence of them seeing like the purity of your heart, your connection to like animals, your connection to maybe Mother Gaia, whatever it is. Maybe you have children, so like if you guys have children, they're gonna love your connection with your own children, or it could even be with your siblings. They're gonna love their connection with your siblings. Just the way you are in that sense, they're gonna really love that. But there is this sense very quickly within them, like they're gonna want to protect you. I do feel like this person's gonna be more the divine masculine, so I feel like it's that essence coming through in human form of like wanting to protect you. But at the same time, there's like a chuckle, because I think they're going to realize really quickly that even though you have this very soft heart, even though you have this beautiful essence, you're very fierce. And they're going to realize that. They may watch you very early on, when you get to know each other, stand up for yourself. I wouldn't say like kick off, but they may hear you like stand up for yourself or be very assertive. So there's this essence of like, oh, this person, you know, they can really handle themselves. So there's an essence of that coming through as well. I'm also being told that like your humor as well, like you'll have the same sense of humor, and they're really gonna like that. There's something just about your mind, they're just gonna love listening to your mind, the way that you speak and things like that. And I feel like a lot of your quirks and stuff like that, they're really going to adore and like as well. That's something that's coming through. I feel as well, do you guys, okay, they're coming through to have like a really wide vocabulary. So they like, and I don't have one of these. So to me, like, I just hear the word vernacular. I have no idea what vernacular means, but they're coming through to have like a really wide vocabulary. But they're also saying that you guys may not or it doesn't even have to be like that, or it could just be something that you're almost oblivious to or haven't had that opened up to yet, because you've been opened up to other things, and they're almost laughing at that in a way, like not laughing at you, but like loving that side of you. I don't even know how to put it, but that's something that's coming through. It could even be as well like they could be very into business or something like that, and then you're not. So it's like your oblivious nature to certain things as well. Like, I feel like you're very wise, but then I feel like some things you're quite oblivious to, but there's something that they really like about that in regards to you, and they like that they can teach you that. So let me know what that might be, but there's just something that they're telling me you may be oblivious to that they'll be able to teach you. And there's something that I'm hearing the word adorable, like they like to do that, you know. I feel like you really talk to each other's inner children as well. And I feel like you're quite connected to your inner child, because I feel like another thing that this person's going to love about you is that you open them up to their own inner child. Times where they might be a little bit rigid with things or taking things too seriously, I feel like you're the type of person to remind them, like, look, we're floating on a rock, like, you know what I mean, in this like dome, in this like bubble, and you know, like, this incarnation isn't all there is, like, let's lighten up, let's have fun, let's, you know. And I feel like you bring that that humor and that open-mindedness to them when they may get stuck on that. That's something that's coming through as well. They also view you at the very beginning as a very powerful alchemist, or a very powerful high priest, high priestess, someone that's able to connect with spirit, or someone with a lot of wisdom, and they're viewing you like that straight away. So if you guys do work in that profession, which, to be honest with you, I feel like a lot of you do, I feel like they would be like a fan of your work. I'm being shown in books, so some of you guys may have wrote a book, or maybe writing a book, or it could be like a course that you guys are creating or sharing with people, just something like that. They're going to be seeing you, and I feel like they're going to be really like drawn to that about you as well. So they're very much going to be drawn to your wisdom, and yeah, that's something that they're really going to admire about you as well. And your strength, they're really going to admire as well. That's something that I'm being told. And I feel like for you, because you have got such, I feel like you guys may be empaths. I feel like you have such a soft heart. So with that, like, I know the feeling, especially being like a Cancer rising, people will see you as just like very cute and sweet and innocent, when anyone with like water energy, or anyone that is empathic, that's probably one of the most strongest traits to have. And anytime anyone's like ruled by the moon or ruled by water, or has a lot of that energy, even if it's just like ruled by their emotional body, people will look at that and they'll, for some reason, and it's like in society as well, they'll view females as weak. They'll view like dogs and cats, they'll view the cats as more weaker, or anything in that feminine essence, or that emotional essence, or that watery essence, people will view it as weak. People will view it as like not very strong, when in actuality it's very, very strong, because there's a lot of energies that can be taken on in that essence. And I feel like one thing that you're gonna love is that person's gonna see the strength in that side of you, instead of just like writing it off as like, oh, you know, young, naive, like that type of energy. My accent went a little bit Italian then. You may not have thought that, but I just felt like I spoke very Italian. Maybe they're Italian, I don't know. But, or maybe you are. But that's something that's coming through as well. Like, you're really going to see each other. Like, there's something very transparent about this connection. They're really going to see you. I feel like you've dealt as well with people not seeing you as an equal. This person's really going to see you as like their equal in that sense. It's like pieces of a puzzle coming together sort of thing. Like, I really do feel that, to be honest with you. I'm really being taken over here as well with the ancestors card, because I do feel like you may have past life memories that link up with their past life memories. Like, you could have had like a vision of like let's say, I don't know why I'm being taken to Italy so much in this reading, so maybe you guys are Italian, or they're Italian, or there's something to do with Italy. But I'm being shown like this person may have like had a past life connection with Italy, like in Italy, or like something like that. And then you have also had that same past life thing. And maybe you like remember the same building or something. where you've like both never visited it. There's something about that, because one thing that this person's going to be very aware of meeting you is the synchronicities that happen when you meet. The things that you're talking about that they've been through, the things that you've been connected to throughout your life that they have been. Like, there's a lot of that. And again, that is very possible. I have that with my best friend. So like there's an essence of that coming through quite strongly. Yeah. I'm mentioning my friend a lot. Maybe she's even watching the stream. So hey, Nye, if you're watching. Pile number 3, please. Why do I keep saying as well? I'm very aware of what I'm saying today. So apologies for that. I don't know why. I'm just very aware of how I'm coming across what I'm saying, which isn't it isn't the norm for me. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Spirit guides, tap me into the collective of pile number 3. How is their future partner going to view them? We have sometimes life stings. Have you been through a lot in your life? Oh God. The card ran away. Let spirit be your guide. And I love how it's a hawk as well, because I was literally being shown at the beginning like 2 people walking down the street, not realizing that they're about to bump into each other. Like, I feel like this connection's pretty divinely guided. And I feel like you're both connected to your intuition and to spirit as well. That's something that I'm being told. I'm sure that came up as well in pile 1, so you might have been drawn to pile 1. I can't remember too much because I filmed pile 1 like last week. So yeah, you may have been drawn to pile number 1. Pile 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. Tap me into the collective of my pile number 3s. How is pile number 3's future partner going to view them when they meet? Okay. What do we have? We have the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. And we'll lay one more card and then we'll channel again. Pile number 3, please, spirit guides. Pile number 3. How is pile number 3's future partner going to view my pile number 3s? We have the porcupine spirit, time for beginner's mind. Okay. I feel like you both as well would have been through a lot of rebirths in your lives. That's something that's coming through as well, and you may even talk about that with each other, and that's something you may connect with. I feel like you've been through a lot of rebirths, a lot of like surrenderings, maybe like multiple dark nights. We have trust in divine detours here as well at the back of the deck. I feel as well when you meet, everything's going to clasp together, and this is like a mutual energy for you and them. Like, oh, like there's this feeling of a full circle moment for the both of you. Like, that's why I had to wait until I was in this frame of mind to meet them, or that's why I felt like I had to go through that to understand this, otherwise I wouldn't have opened up to this connection in the way that I have. Like, there's certain things that you've gone through and it's like you're understanding why it had to happen that way. It's like that glass ball had to shatter that way so we could create it into the ornament that we have today. If it hadn't shattered and I hadn't allowed myself to surrender and let it shatter, I wouldn't have been able to put the pieces back together to create what I have now, which is more beneficial to me, more intricate and more beautiful to me. Like, I actually understand. Like, I feel like you've gone through, you may, and your person may have gone through a time where you were very heavily for you guys, I feel like you were very heavily influenced by traumas through your childhood or traumas through your past. And I feel like you've had to go through like a lot of rebirths to really reach the core of your soul, to reach your higher self, to reach that inner strength within you, to balance yourself out. Maybe you've had to go through a lot of dark night of the soul. Maybe you've had to sit through a lot of shadow periods to reach that point in you where you were able to just like shoot up and shoot beyond all of it. Whereas I feel like your person may have been very ruled by like their ego, maybe in a way where they were just like very focused on material abundance, on money or things like that, and then something would have happened that like flipped it. And I feel like they've also had to go through rebirths like that to become the version that they are before you meet, because I keep being shown this glass ball, like it had to shatter to create what you then have now. And then you realize like, oh my god, I get it. I completely get why I had to go through all of that. I completely understand it. Like, a never unfolding rose is what I'm being shown. Like, you get why all the petals had to open up like that. You get why it had to bud that way. Like, you understand. And I feel like when you meet, like, again, there's this aha moment that your person has even meeting you, and I feel like it's mirrored with you. Like, oh my God, I get it. Oh my God, I completely get this. I completely understand this now. I understand. Especially hearing about each other's stories. You're like, oh my God, because if you wouldn't have gone through that and I wouldn't have gone through this, I wouldn't have learned this to be this for you, and you wouldn't have learned this to be this for me. And now that we come together, we see both sides of those coins. We understand the shadow element and the light, and now we can come together and blend it together. It's like the epitome of the yin yang, which is so interesting. The fact that we literally have like the masculine and feminine energy in the middle of this light, which I'm being shown as a reflection of your higher self. I hope this makes sense. I feel like it will for you though. And I feel like that's why we have the wasps, sometimes life stings, and then let spirit be your guide, because I feel like there's been many times in both of your lives as well where you felt backed into a corner, where you've had to like completely, like, I feel like rock bottoms for the both of you have been times of ultimate transformation to become a better version of you. And I feel like you're going to understand that here 100%, because anything that would have fallen away was not serving you. You just didn't see it at the time. That's why we have trust in divine detours at the back of the deck, and I feel like it happens in this relationship as well. I do feel the miracles are endless. Time for beginner's mind. I feel like both of you are going to be reaching a very new slate when you do meet. It's like you would have created all of, like, how to explain it? You would have tied all the loose ends. You would have watered all the roots, made way for this new paradigm that you're both walking onto. So there's an essence of that coming through. And I feel like that's how this person's looking at you. I feel like when you do meet, this person is going to be able to, like, I feel like they have psychic foresight. Like, there's this essence of like, okay, this is someone I want to build with. This isn't someone I just want to have a fling with. This isn't somebody that's just going to be like a catalyst to my journey. Like, I truly do feel like I could build with this person. This person has the qualities I could build with. I feel like this could turn into a marriage if you're open to marriage. Like, it feels like I'm building with this person. There's a very level head from both of you. There's no especially at the beginning, there's no like, let me run away. Like, there's no looking at it from like a childlike mind and point of view. It's like, I'm willing to build if you are, being very open with each other like that and being able to build. So there's an essence of that. I also do feel for some of you guys there may be an essence of long distance. So this person may have to like travel somewhere, and you may have to travel somewhere, but I feel like it just doesn't phase the situation. I feel like you seem so balanced in yourself, and I feel like you give each other a lot of space as well. So like, have your own time to reflect, your own time to alchemize, your own time to how to explain it, to connect with spirit and go your own paths, but still with that root of being together. Like, I feel like you're going to give each other a lot of leeway, which I feel is going to be different than your other connections, because I feel like maybe in your other connections there was a lot of like being stuck together, or like living in each other's pockets, or maybe you've dealt with people that have like love bombed or been quite possessive. There's an essence of that coming through, but I just see them looking at you in a very balanced way of like, okay, this is someone I can build with 100%. Like, I get it. So let's take a look at this card. We have romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. I feel like you're gonna fall in love with each other just very, very naturally as well. I don't feel like it's, how do I explain it? There's that saying, and it's like, when you meet a soulmate, you don't get like these intense butterflies and this intense feeling of like, oh my God, like I'm worried, or like, not that you're not worried, but how do I explain it? I don't think I'm explaining it right. Like, you don't get this intensity when you meet like a soulmate. It feels like coming home, and it feels very peaceful, and it just slots in and it just unravels naturally. That's what this feels like. This doesn't feel like a whirlwind romance. It just feels like a beautiful blending of two souls. That's how it feels, which is really beautiful. It feels effortless. I'm hearing Selena Gomez's song Naturally. But yeah, I just see like a blending coming through, which is like really beautiful. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys, pile 3. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey pile 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be taking a look at how your future partner views you, or how your future partner is going to view you when you meet, what their perception is going to be of you. So you guys chose this card. I'm leaving it in the corner because we're going to take a look at it last to round up the reading. And yeah, let's get into the reading. So I'm going to start with these cards and then we'll move on to the Animal Spirit Oracle. Let me get comfortable on my chair because the corner of the table is sticking in my leg and it hurts. Okay, pile number 4, please, Spirit Guides, tap me into the collective. I'm hearing the Ariana Grande song. I'm hearing the Ariana song My Hair. There's something about your hair coming through. You may have very long hair. Your hair may be very prominent. You may be like a Leo rising, like Magha, Ascendant, something like that. It could just be the color of your hair or something like that, but that's what I'm hearing, my hair coming through for some reason. I feel like it's something that they may notice about you. It could be that you have like no hair and that's something that they notice and like about you. There's just something that they're really intrigued by and like, or it's something that they notice about you straight away. That's something that's coming through. Pile number 4. Tap me into the collective of my pile number 4s, please. Tap me into the collective of my pile. You have a very like fruitful essence. That's really hard to explain. How to explain it? Like you have a very, they're putting me in the person's mindset. You have a very beautiful smile, and it's just like the way, like when you speak, like your expressions and the way that you talk, your face lights up. Like it could just be like you may have like very appley cheeks. Why am I being taken to Vedic astrology? You may be into Vedic astrology, so you may have like Shravana moon. Like I'm being shown like appley cheeks. That's something that's coming through, but there's something about like dimples or like a really big smile, or your eyes being very big. Like you may have very scorpionic, deep set eyes, or you may have very like cancery, doughy eyes. Like there's an essence of that coming through. Like your features are very poignant. Like there's a scorpionic essence of like, you may have like a sharp jaw or something like that. There's something very like vivid about the way that you look. That's such a weird way to explain it, but that's the only way I can. And they're referencing that about you. You seem like fruitful, if that makes sense. Like colourful, vibrant, charismatic. Like that's how you seem. I'm seeing like you speaking and then your face lighting up and talking with your hands, maybe being a bit animated, and it's like that's something that they're drawn to straight away and like. That's something that's coming through. Yeah, pile number 4. Do you always have like when you wear outfits and stuff, you're coming through as a bit like fashionistas? Do you sometimes when you have outfits like have a color scheme, like okay, today I'm gonna look like this, today I'm gonna like be Rihanna and be in this essence, and then tomorrow I'm gonna look like, I don't know why I'm hearing Courtney Love, I'm gonna look like this, and then you know, the next day I'm gonna look like a Janae Aiko, I'm gonna look like a Harry Styles, or I'm gonna look, you know, there's like an essence of that coming through. Like I have this way of looking and I match everything together. It's that essence. I'm hearing the circus song. There's only 2 types of people in the world, the ones that entertain and the ones that observe. So that's coming through. I don't know, you just seem very like animated in that way. You know, like CASHAPP from High School Musical, and she would always wear pink and everything was like, even her locker was pink. I'm trying to think of ways that could make sense, but that's how they're viewing you straight up. Like you set the scene. Okay, we have balance with the Libra scales. Pile number, we have empowerment. 3 more cards, please, Spirit Guides. How is pile 4's future partner going to view my pile 4's? Air. How is pile 4's partner going to view my pile 4's? We have feminine energy, Venus, and 1 more card. How is pile 4's future partner going to view my pile 4's strength? Do you play like video games or something like that? If you don't, I feel like they might. You know, like you hear the noises of like a console. I just heard that in my mind's eye. We also have shields. at the back of the deck. Okay, pile number 4, please, spirit guides. How is pile number 4's future partner going to view my pile number 4s? There's something about, I feel like you're very connected to your divine feminine, but I also feel like you're very, how do I explain this? One thing that your future partner is going to notice about you, there's something about your voice just being very silky, or just something about your voice that's very distinct about your voice. But I've had this come through in like readings where it's like what makes you attractive and things like that, where there's always been a pile, which is probably you guys, where the way that they move their hands, like I always do this, like that's how it feels, like I'm moving my hands in a certain way, I'm talking with my hands, but I'm very elegant with it. You know, like when Marilyn Monroe like would sing and she'd like or act and she'd like move her hands in a certain way, and then she'd sing in that Marilyn Monroe-esque voice, and she'd have that sort of essence to her. Like I feel like you have that divine feminine, like goddess essence to you. Like even, you know, whether you're male, female, non-binary, like you have that within you. Like that's a strong point within you, is like your connection to the divine feminine and the way that you move like that. I feel like this person's going to find you very seductive, and that's something that's coming through. Like a siren energy. Like if you sing, this person loves the way you sing. There's something, I'm hearing someone sing. And do you know who I'm specifically hearing sing? Tarot. Like I'm hearing, like, you know, at the beginning of her channel when she sings, and it literally just, I'm like, wow, you mesmerize me when she sings at the beginning of her readings. Like it's her voice coming through like that. Like I'm hearing that spirit's using it. So you guys may sing, and they're very like drawn into that, like it's just making me feel like I want to melt sort of thing. Or even if you don't, just the way you speak, the way that you talk like that, like even if it's like an accent or something like that, the way that you use your words, like there's just something about that coming through that they're really drawn to. I'm also being told that the first impression of you is that you have things very put together. Again, there's something about like aesthetics coming through, clothing coming through, your jewelry being on point, matching the outfit. Like there's something very like material, girl. Like I'm hearing that TikTok song. There's something about that coming through. And again, male, female, it's just like, I don't know if you guys watch the UK Love Island, but there's an Italian guy on there called Davide. And he looks like a Greek god to look at, and I just feel like there's an essence, like especially if you're like a male watching this, like there's just an essence of that, like, oh wow, like everything's put together, you look good. Like they're going to be very attracted to your looks is what I'm saying. Do you see how I'm getting caught up in it? I do feel like they're going to be drawn to that first and foremost before you go deeper, and before you open up deeper. That's something that they're going to be drawn to. I feel like this person may have like Venus in Leo or something like that, because I just feel like I feel like they're into grand gestures, and that's just like their love language. So I do feel like they might want to woo you at the beginning, but I feel like you may not be, how do I explain it? There's so much more to you, and I feel like they're going to realize that, but it's almost they're going to be like, okay, what does this person like? Let me match that. And then I feel like they may try and woo you with certain things, and I feel like they're going to see very quickly that there's a lot more to you, and that isn't actually the type of stuff that you're interested in. And what happens then is it allows this kind of like surrender with both of you, where they can actually just be themselves in their entirety. And I feel like that's where a relationship happens, where you guys are able to get deep. Because I feel like at the beginning there may be friction, only in the sense of like they may be very impressed with you, so may try and impress you, but I feel like that's going to fall very quickly, because I feel like they're going to see that you're not interested in that, and then I feel like their personality is going to come out, and I feel like that's when a connection is made. Before that, a connection isn't made, but it's more so you like, I'm not interested in this, I'm not, like, you're telling me, like, I don't think it's so much material, I think it's more so like just trying to impress you, but I just feel like they're going to realize it's just not something you're into, and then I feel like things will go deep then, if that makes sense. I feel like you'll be able to be yourselves, and I feel like you guys will become like very, very close quite quickly once you both start to surrender to that. Because I feel like the same way that they're maybe over the top, I wouldn't say over the top like love bombing, over the top like trying to impress, I feel like you will be very guarded, because we have the shield at the back of the deck. Like, you're going to be very guarded, and I feel like this person's going to feel like this person's really not impressed by me. I don't think this person likes me. I think I've messed it up. This is my own fault. Like, there's a feeling of that. But then I feel like as they allow the friction to stop and they come in more smoothly, like themselves, I feel like that's when a connection is able to be made, if that makes sense. Because I feel like you may just have like a view of them like, oh, this is like someone I've had in my past, or this is like people that I'm not interested in. I'm just like, this person's, you know, the door's up. I don't want anything, you know, with this person. This is what we call a friend. And then I feel like as time goes on, it's like, actually I get it now, and I'm glad that that has fallen away, because now we can just be ourselves and there's no friction, and now I can actually lower the shield a little bit. So there is an essence of that coming through. Let's go, I feel like we've explained how they'll feel when they first meet, so let me just go a little bit deeper. When they start to open up to my pile number 4s, how are they actually going to view my pile number 4s when they actually get in, and it's not just about like the energy they're carrying? Like, how are they going to feel about my pile number 4s? I see them very much then viewing you like a best friend. I feel like this, I don't know why I'm picking up a lot of Leo energy, like a lot of loyalty coming through. I want to protect you energy, but there's also this essence of like, you've got a rider for life. Like, there's this feeling coming through of them, like when you face adversity, or if you face anyone being mean to you, I feel like this person wants to step in and like protect you, stick up for you. You feel a little bit like partners in crime, like that. There's a lot of silliness as well. I was scrolling through TikTok the other day, and these two couples came through, and they just seemed very genuine, and they were like just having like a laugh and being funny, and they were playing this game where they had like flatbread, like wraps, and they were like hitting each other with them, not like in a bad way, like it was like a funny thing, so obviously it wouldn't hurt, it's bread, but they were like doing that, and it was like really funny, and they were playing a game, and I don't know why I just got shown that in my brain, but I feel like you're gonna have a lot of silly moments together. There's a lot of like funniness and a lot of like being very goofy and being really funny, and I feel like this person's gonna feel safe to open up like that with you, so you both feel like best friends like that. I see two people singing a lot together. I see you being just very silly, being like big kids. Like, I see a lot of that as you open up to each other like that. I don't know, do you remember that game Just Dance, where you like dance on like, I think it was like Nintendo Wii or something like that? There's something like that coming through. I don't know if you have a Nintendo Wii, but there's something about that coming through. Again, video games, I'm being shown like Super Mario Kart, two people playing Super Mario Kart. Like, there's a lot of that. And just like enjoying each other's company like that, and you having fun and doing things like that. That's what I'm being shown, very much so. So let's pull some more cards and go deeper, just so I can get the full picture and go deeper. Yeah, this is the thing. This person's going to approach you and see all the fruits on your tree and be like, wow, I really like this person. I'm really attracted to this person. This person's very mesmerizing me. Like, wow, I really like these fruits, sort of thing. So then they might be boasting about their own fruits, but it's their way of like, this is how I show them that I'm worthy, sort of thing. So like, look at the fruits I have, and I feel like you're just going to be standing there with your fruits. Like, that sounds so bad. You're going to be standing there with your fruits. You're just going to be standing there with, you know, your divine essence, and just be like, okay, cool, but I don't really care. Like, that's not what I'm here for. And I think when this person realizes that, it's like, oh, okay. And then I feel like they're going to plant their seed and grow roots like next to you, and that way you can like blend in together and like blend your, that sounds so bad, I was going to say blend your fruits, but you know what I mean, like grow together. You know what I mean. Pile number 4. I'm being shown as well, like, I do feel like you might not like them at first, or you may just find them annoying or something like that, but then it does shift. They're showing me, in a way, Beauty and the Beast, and I know, like, you know, the Beast wasn't exactly nice, he imprisoned her father, it's not going to be that deep, but they're just showing me in a sense where obviously, like, Belle and the Beast, like, weren't very fond of each other for obvious reasons, but then as they spent time together, it was like, oh, like, I see beyond this, and you're actually very different to what I saw, and you actually, you know, we actually have a bond here, so we're going to build on that. Like, if we can relate Beauty and the Beast to the present day, where there is no one being imprisoned. Like that's how it's coming through. It's like I may not like you at first, but then we like grow into each other, and it's not necessarily not liking each other, it's just like the friction of maybe your person being, I feel like they've been in connections where maybe people have wanted them for like money or what they've had, so that's the only approach that they kind of can think of, but it just doesn't work with you. And that's something that they'll learn through you, I think, because you're just not going to be impressed at all with the first initial meeting. I have to say that. I don't feel like you're going to be impressed. I feel like you like the person that they are, but it's like friendship. Like, we can be friends, nothing more. I'm not interested in anything more. Pile number 4. I feel like this person's really funny as well. They're going to make you laugh a lot. Like, a lot. There's a lot of laughter coming through from the both of you. They're going to be like, they're going to, how to explain it? They're going to lighten you up when you feel quite low as well. Like, so now you're feeling insecure about something, or someone says something mean to you, like they're really going to big you up. Like, what does this person know? Like, they're really going to like big you up like that. Or if you're just feeling down, they're going to like make you laugh in that sense. Or they're going to do things to distract you and make you feel better. Like, there's an essence of that coming through as well. Pile number 4, what do we have? Yeah, we have the Moth Spirit Surrender now. So there may be friction when you both meet, but I think that's the hurdle that you're getting over to step into the relationship. And by friction, I mean 2 energies that aren't, you're stepping towards a situation with your guard up and thinking, no, not you. And I feel like they're stepping towards a situation like, what would this person like to see? And I'll do it for them. And I just feel like both of you need to surrender that outlook for it to happen. And because like you're kind of running and they're in that chaser energy of like, what can I do to like impress? It just doesn't work, but then it falls away, and that's what happens. Pile number 4, how does pile number 4's future partner, how's pile number 4's future partner going to view pile number 4? You're going to realize as well, you do have a lot in common. Co-create with spirit, that's come through twice. Pile number 4, oh god, take the lead. One more. You may be someone as well, like, I see, do you know what it is about you as well? You have such a sparkly personality, you're so vibrant, but then I feel like sometimes you may second guess speaking up in situations, like speaking up in like crowded like rooms, or just like being seen. Like, you may have like an issue with being seen, or you may just feel like uncomfortable being seen or being the loudest person or showing those aspects of your personality, because it's like, oh well, people can be mean, or what are people gonna say? Whereas this person's going to like pull you out of that and have you feel more confident in who you are and saying what you need to say. Like, this person's really going to teach you that, to kind of like assert yourself and not worry about what other people may say, because I feel like you've had people that have tried to like distort your essence or like make you feel bad about who you are and your vibrancy, because I feel like you really do shine like that. But I just feel like maybe around the time that you meet this person as well, like, you may have learned to kind of cloak yourself or just be very reserved and be very on edge about other people. And I feel like that they feel like a cheerleader, where they're just like, no, like, you got something to say, you say it, because what you're saying is actually very valid. So times where you would second guess yourself but you didn't have someone around you to say, no, I think this is right, you should say it, you talk yourself down. Whereas this person's going to be talking you up, like, do it, like, say that, you know, you feel this way, or you feel uncomfortable, put your boundary in, like, don't. And then, like, I'm seeing you be like, well, what if they don't like me? What if they make up this about me and say that I'm a bad person? It's like, I see them saying like, well, so like, you're allowed your opinion, like, you're allowed that, you're allowed to say that. And I feel like they're going to be helping empower you in a way, where you feel confident to speak your mind in that essence. I don't know why it's reminding me of Kim Kardashian. I don't know if you watch like the old episodes of Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians, but like, I remember watching old episodes and she just always came across really sweet and shy. I remember they were like doing an interview, and I'm sure it was Kim who, like, she would be scared to talk in front of people. Like, was really, you could see the insecurity there, whereas like obviously Kanye just speaks his mind, and if you watch interviews of her now, or hear her speak now, she seems very assertive and knows who she is more now. And I do feel that that was like Kanye's influence in showing her like, hey, you know, you can speak your mind. So there's an essence of you learning to speak your mind in that essence. I feel like they're going to be really good for you in that aspect. You're definitely like soulmates for sure. What do we have here? Yeah, bring your ideas to life. So again, even in regards to like career and stuff like that, you may be thinking, oh, I don't really have what it takes, or I'm too scared to bring this into fruition, whereas this person's really going to not push you, but cheerlead you into it, or like validate you and listen to your insecurities. Like, that's how it feels. This is why it feels like a friendship, where they really want the best. They feel like a Leo. The reason I'm saying it is because I'm like this with like siblings. Like, my younger sibling, she really worries about what people think about her and say about her, and I'm like, girl, do it. Like, I was walking around in heels and stripy leggings and people used to stare at me, but did I care? No, I looked cool. Like, do you. And it like will always like cheerlead you like that, and it's coming through in that Leo essence, your partner being the Leo. Maybe it's me, hey guys. But just coming through in that Leo essence of like, do it, just shine, just like, you know, just do it. Like, I feel that coming through, just like that empowerment there, and that fierce like loyalty to you. Like, it does really feel like that. 100%. We have the seahorse spirit at the back of the deck. Watch and wait. Why do we have watch and wait? Okay, Spirit's saying as well, how do I explain this? I feel like you've been single for a little bit, and I feel like sometimes when you watch like love readings, you may think, oh, too good to be true. And I feel like there's a message from Spirit, like, watch it come in. Like, just watch, just to, like, be in the state of surrender and allow it to come in. So that's a message coming through there. But I'm also being told, because there's a double meaning coming through, I feel like sometimes the person that you're next in a relationship with can be impulsive. And I feel like they're used to having to like maybe impress. So stepping towards you, they're going to be learning patience with you, and they're going to be learning that they don't have to create friction and do a whole lot to make moves. If does this make sense? Like, how do I explain it? Like trees, they're a life force. We literally breathe through them. But trees aren't like rushing to grow. They're just, why is trees coming through a lot? But trees aren't like rushing to grow. It just is what it is. And you take, you know, it paces itself. The tree grows. It creates, you know, oxygen or whatever for us. Like, it's that life force. Like, it's slow. It doesn't have to do a whole lot. And I feel like they're gonna learn just being in their essence and allowing things to flow, and like being in a very Taurus nature, because they may have a lot of fire energy, like impulsive energy. I mean, we have the fire on the heart here. They do seem quite passionate, but they're gonna learn to like slow and steady, because I feel like you feel watery, they feel fiery, right? You feel earthy, they feel air. Like, they feel positively charged, fire and air. You feel negatively charged, water and earth. So like, your fire is like sizzling, no, your water is sizzling the fire to blend. So part of your smoothness, your chilledness, your passiveness, sometimes your ability to see beyond, that's going to rub off on them and allow them to embody it and be more centered, to really think before acting. Whereas their impulsiveness is then going to rub off on you, where you're going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to stay stuck in my head with this. Like, I'm going to say this, or I'm feeling uncomfortable, so I'm going to say this. And that aspect of their personality is going to rub off on you. So you're igniting the watery essence and really feeling things out before doing something, and they're igniting in you your impulsivity, that fire within you. And it's the same with like the mental energy of like the air, the earthy energy. Like, you're igniting the slower route for them and learning to just plant a seed and allow it to grow, and just see things like in a more mature perspective of like not that I don't see things maturely, but like, let's take things slow and see what happens. Let's take it day at a time. Let's focus on the now and not next week. Like, that's how you're rubbing off on them again. And then I feel like, again, there's something about like you speaking and voicing your opinion. And saying things and just being more confident in places where you would feel more introverted. Like, that's rubbing off on you. So there's like a lot of blending coming through here with the both of you that allows you to really balance each other out, and it adds to your soul's growth, which is really beautiful. So let's take a look at the card. Here we have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Sorry, love conquers and transforms all things. Yeah, for the cutout, guys, I literally was like speaking, and then like when I'm channeling, it's like coming through because I'm sitting in your energy, and then all of a sudden it just went, and I was like, what's going on? And then I look, and the timer had completely gone off, and I wasn't filming anymore. So that's why I felt like I was talking to a brick wall. But yeah, what I was saying before it cut out is that you both are really going to transform each other through this relationship by just being very positive influences in each other's life. Like it's like I don't know why I keep being shown elements coming together. Like I keep being shown plants and trees and like all of that, you know what I mean, and like harvesting and growing. Like I really just do feel like there's going to be a lot of growth that comes of this relationship. And you may even feel like I've grown so much I don't even think I could grow anymore, but I really do feel like you are going to really come into yourself. Like I do feel like there's going to be strong solar plexus activations that happen with you, 100%, and that's something that's coming through. So that is what I have for you guys, pile number 4. I really hope that you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up and comment down below if you did. I'm sending you guys all of my love. I hope you have a beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.